If you want to support the platform just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the Teespring store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below. So in the comment section below, I want to know what you guys' opinions are directly on a 50-50, meaning in the relationship, both parties are putting 50% each instead of one person doing all of the work, all of the money, I mean, and the other person maybe doing about 5, 10, maybe 15, maybe being a little bit generous, maybe doing 20%, right? Let me know you guys' feelings about that in the comment section below as you watch and listen to Glorilla explain why it is that she is okay with a 50-50 relationship.
Others. And some people may want to fight about it, but it's the topic on the 50-50 with a relationship. Me personally, I feel like you supposed to go 50-50 because it just gets you to the point where like you just feel like you don't gotta do nothing. Like he gonna make you lazy. As a woman, you should want to have your own going. You shouldn't want it to be where if he leave you today, he was paying all the bills and now you got this big weight on your shoulders. You shouldn't want that. Like you should be able to like feel like, okay, if you leave, I'm good. If you stay, I'm good. Like either way, I'm good. Like, and you should want to be a team. Like more money y'all make, the more get done. Like if he just buying, if he paying for everything, don't you want gifts sometimes? Don't you want to buy you some sometimes? Like, and don't you want to buy something from him? I just feel like it should be 50-50. Like it's a team effort, especially, and it goes to if you married too. Now I'm not speaking on. I don't know the experience if you have kids or not because I don't know that yet. There might be a different story, but just a relationship, like married or not, like we doing it together. You a person, I'm a person. We should be doing it together. You able, I'm able. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't want nobody to just take full responsibility for everything. Like you supposed to be able to stand your own and like you supposed to be able to bring something to the table. Like I don't understand y'all with it. Now I gotta do everything. Like that just is making you lazy. That topic. If putting in all the work doing everything, I guarantee you gonna be off. Cause what you gonna do? You gonna do when he leave? Now what you gonna do if you find out he cheating? But cry. Cause he paying all the bill. Don't want your bill payer to leave. So how you need to have your own. Keep going. And a lot of y'all probably gonna say, he pay all the bills, I still make my money, da da da. Now you need to be in the habit of paying for your own. Cause no matter how much you got your own money, all them bills that were getting paid change. It's gonna be a whole financial change for you because you was spending freely. You ain't gonna be able to do that no more because now you gotta pay all the bills. And now you can't do what you want to do no more. It's going to be like a whole life switch. So that's why I just feel like it should just be at a certain pace, like 50-50. Or you know what I'm saying? Like, just like that. Like, y'all making yourself feel needy.
Now, I'm going to, of course, say that I 100% agree. And the reason why is the same exact reasons that I have stated before, that at no point in time should anybody be 100% reliant on another individual. Let's say the man ends up passing away, right? He was paying all the bills. He was putting in all the work, and the woman pretty much wasn't putting in nothing. Guess what? That house or whatever it is done. Those cars or whatever it is done. No more vacations, no more this, no more that. Why? Because one person was footing everything, was paying for everything, right? So let's not go to that extenuating circumstance. Let's say that the relationship is basically over, right? But he was footing all the bills. That means the apartment or the house, the condos, right? All of the cars, all of the lavish trips, all of the, let's say like the jewelry, the bags. So all that is gone, right? You can't really afford to do that for yourself because if you could, then you would have been doing it, right? So that means all of that luxury, all of that lifestyle that you were used to is now gone, right? Because he was the only one that was able to afford it, right? So, like I said before, matter of fact, let's turn it up a notch, right? Let's say that the guy, you guys are still in the relationship, right? But then something ended up happening with the income, right? Maybe the job that he had, maybe he was laid off, maybe, something basically took place where he was not making that money or any money at all. What does that then mean? That then means, yet again, that lifestyle, right, that you are used to is no longer viable due to the fact that circumstances, no matter what they are, have arisen where the main person who is footing and paying for every single thing is pretty much out of commission. So that means what? You are now, it's over, it's done, finito. You better start praying to God. And, like I told people before, I believe in 50-50 due to the fact of a lot of things can take place directly in life. My mom always taught me never put all of your eggs in one basket. And that's pretty much the way that I see life and the way that I see relationships and friendships as well. Because if you decide to, in a sense, bet everything just specifically as such, then you're going to lose everything as well. Versus if you decided to diversify, right? So speaking on a relationship, that means that instead of having one person pay every single bill, you diversify, right? So this person's giving 50, you're giving 50, which then means that people are able to save the rest of their money that they're not spending on everything that needs to be paid for. And then it also puts it to another extent where you could put both people in an area where they can save money, which is that you can decide that, all right, let's come together. We're going to have this one joint bank account where we will siphon money from our main account directly into this account to pretty much pay all the bills. But what we're going to do with this money, we are going to pay the bills, but we're also going to pay them ahead of time. Right. So we're going to push that due date further and further and further in the future as far as we can, as far as our money will allow us to do. So by the time you actually get that plan together and the two of you, like minded people on the same page, are following through with the plan to a T, you might have your bills a year or two, you know, into the future, which means that that's a year or two. Guess what? That you can now save money. You could just stack up. You could just relax. You don't really got to worry about paying anything. But like I said before, it takes a lot in order to realistically find women that are directly on that same page. A lot of guys are pretty much, on that page where it's like, all right, let's try to pay this up. Let's try to get this done ahead of time. I don't want to worry about that. That's the way usually guys are. It's like, yo, the quickest way to get this done, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to be wasting time, any time and energy that I don't have to waste. I'm not going to do it. Right. So whatever shortcut is available, whatever short road is available, whatever side street is the easiest to go through versus the main street, I'm going to sit up there and take it to still get to the same destination. Right. I'm just going to get there quicker. Right. And you'll have men that will be on that type of time, but you won't have a lot of women that are on that exact same type of time. This is why when you go through social media, you'll see a lot of women saying like, oh, if a guy wants to go 50-50, that just means that he's broke. Just say that you don't got it. Oh, I'm not about 50-50 and yada yada yada. Like, it's completely crazy. But you know what? Like I told you guys before, instead of me just talking, let me just showcase what it is. I'll have my own money, but I'm not going 50-50. Any real man that's stable, not going to want you too. I don't care. Save mine, spend his. Maybe 80-20, but 50-50 is a stretch. Tweet would have been booming if she had said something negative about black men. Get you a Caucasian man. You'll never have to go 50-50 with a clear king. That's cool for her, but I would never. The person I'm with has to be 100% at all times. They were created to provide. Nope, because I'm not equal to a man. Be a man. Protect, provide. Nope, 70-30 or 60-40. 50-50 is like a roommate plan. Can't do it. How you going to wear the pants and I'm meeting you halfway with everything? She's saying that because she got money now. Duh. Men are naturally supposed to be the providers. Whatever you have going on as a woman, save that for rainy days in case times get hard when you step in. This is why a lot of women are operating in masculine energy. I'm not working plus cooking, cleaning, doing your laundry, etc. No. Another person said, I'm independent by nature, but child, the way these bills set up, I'll take 70/30 or 60/40. Other person, this is best for me. I don't agree with 50/50, more of a 70/30, 60/40 type of deal. He posted pay, and if he deserves it, you can do something nice. For me, not 50/50, maybe 70/30 or like 80/20. I'm gonna help my man and have my own, but he needs to have it majority of the time. He needs to cover the major bills and barely let me go in my purse. Nah, whoever got paid more, you should be able to hold everyone down on your own regardless. Delete this.
Here comes a new challenger!
You can't just speak on life because it never worked how you think it is. Definitely have those intentions at heart, but in real life, it don't happen like that, especially if y'all starting young like me and my husband did. And the pregnancy with the twin, I was in school, but I quit working ASAP.
You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI.
You don't have no kids, nor do you understand that saying it and living is different. It's not always going to be 50/50. Times and life too unpredictable for it to be 50/50. What if the kids get sick like terminal, or what if someone loses their job? What if someone want to go to school?
What's going on about that? Gonna have to eat that one.
Let's go crazy!
Who tried to make her attractive?
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
I just got to touch on this because I've touched on this before. Um, the thing that really gets to me is seeing black women attack a successful black woman. And instead of staying directly on the topic, the jealousy and the envy gets directly to them. And they decide that they want to switch it and they want to start talking about how the person looks physically. And the main thing I want a lot of black women out here to understand is that you can be the most attractive black woman out here. But the moment in time that you decide that you want to open your mouth and you want to start talking about another black woman that is not even focused on you, that is not even giving you the light of day or attention, and you want to specifically talk about her physically, you are no longer attractive. You are literally no longer attractive. Um, like I said, and I've seen quite a bit of that directly through the comment sections, dealing with Glorilla. Women talking about her body, how she needs to get work done, talking about she needs to get her nose done. She need like I said before, y'all terrible. Y'all are terrible. Y'all 100% terrible. And this is why I sit up there and tell people, I'm not one to believe in the sisterhood and all this other type of stuff. Because I've seen, too many times, how that in a sense really does not exist, on a whole, as a forefront, right? The other thing I want to showcase and talk about is the fact that I listed one black man directly in there. And he basically stated that her thread, the tweet that she had, it would have been, really something if only she would have, talked down about black men. And that is 100% true. Her tweet would have gotten all-star mode. People all over would have been talking directly about that tweet. But due to the fact that she is addressing the 50/50 situation, she's throwing her hat in there. And she's also stating that even with the amount of money that she has amassed at this moment, she would still want to go 50/50 for a variety of reasons. And she listed very sound and plausible reasons. But as you can clearly see, you have a lot of women that want to completely disagree, and they want to state that, oh, it's a man's job to provide and do all this other yada yada. But I'm like, oh, I thought women out here were independent. I thought y'all fought for your independence. Y'all fought to, get away from that, right? You fought to be able to have your own money so that you can work, so that you can buy your own home, buy your own car, take yourselves out on trips, right? You don't need a man to be there in the furniture store, to co-sign on the furniture or to co-sign or on a car. Or when you go to the bank, you don't need a man to be present with you in order to get the loan. Y'all fought so hard in order to get right ahead and beyond all of that. But here we are right now, and you have people talking about 50-50, and magically women are acting like they're traditional now. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're modern women. Don't be playing these games. Like for a lot of the dudes out here, watch out for these chameleons. You have a lot of women out here that want to play traditional, but they are modern. They don't know a lick about what it is to be a traditional woman. One woman literally stated in front of your face, she was like, I'm not about to be working, cooking, and cleaning and doing your laundry and yada, 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 and we going 50-50. Huh? Is that not what women did back in the day and they were married? Look, this is how I know that a lot of women are going to stay single. They're going to stay single. And it's just going to be that way. There was actually, speaking of which, there was something that came up online that basically stated that by 2030, 45% of women will be single, right? They said, according to the historical data collected by the Census Bureau and Morgan Stanley, 45% of prime working age women ages 25 to 44 will be single by 2030. So like I said before, it is what it is. And that is going to happen because you got so many women out here that want to play this whole independent game, but then when they want to lie back and act like they're traditional because they see how the struggle is real out here. They see how these bills is looking. One woman was honest. She was like, yo, independent might not really be the route. Looking at how these bills looking, I'm ready to share some responsibilities somewhere. Like I said before, and you think it's something now, oh, it's going to be getting worse before 2030. It's going to get worse before 2030. But like I said, this is what a lot of women have fought for. They fought to not, in a sense, have a 50-50. They want to be 100%, right? They want to be the kings. They want to be the champions, right? They want to wear the crown. And you got it, champ. You got it. You got the belt. You got the crown. You got the ring. You got the trophies. You got all of that in your house. All of that in your house. But the main thing that you're missing is the main thing that you want. But if you ask a lot of women, they'll sit up there and tell you that it's worth it. So, hey, it is what it is. So technically, realistically looking at it, 2030, that will actually be a very great and positive time for a lot of women because, they'll be independent. They'll be out there getting the bag. They'll be out there getting the money. They'll be building themselves up. They will be amassing so much wealth. They'll be gaining even more education, and they won't be worried about relationships. They won't be worried about marriage. They won't be worried about kids. They will literally have all of their life and their time specifically to themselves to do all the things that they want to do. Like I said, it is what it is. But I would just really wish if black women could stop going directly online and trying to degrade, downgrade, devalue, disrespect other black women who don't even know that you exist. Like I said, that's giving off that envy, jealousy, type of deal. Like I said, that's crazy. Out of everything in life, I would have expected black women to support her, to, in a sense, be, behind her, to be with her. But, obviously not. And also, before I leave, one more thing. There was a woman that had stated something a little bit earlier in the comment section. And the most interesting thing is when you look at some of these profiles, you'll find out a lot about people. And some of these women that want to talk the utmost about not going, 50-50 or whatever it is, or they have these ridiculous expectations of men. These are some of the same women who are, in a sense, marketing, for lack of a better word. They are marketing themselves, their parts, directly online by way of Twitter. So there's that. Like I said, there's just going to be a lot of women that are single. But on the upside, by 2030, there should be a lot of women that should be millionaires. Just saying.